Reddit CEO Ellen Pao resigns. Samsung's profits drop in the second quarter of 2015. Is this the end of the PC era? Market analysts say sales keep dropping. There's a new GoPro camera coming out this month. And once again, Facebook rolls out changes in its newsfeed. Change is everywhere. Inventions, innovations, gadgets, the internet. Science and technology is redefining the way we live. Rappler brings you the frontline news in this brave new world. Hi, I'm Matthew Ang. Reddit CEO Ellen Pao has resigned. Pao leaves Reddit Friday after a brief but stormy stint. She earlier made headlines with the high-profile Silicon Valley gender discrimination lawsuit against her former employer. Pao took over as Reddit CEO earlier this year, but quickly ruffled feathers with the unexplained firing of Reddit employee Victoria Taylor. That triggered a protest that saw the shutdown of 265 subreddits. Pao apologized for how Taylor's firing was handled, but a petition for her resignation still got 200,000 signatures. Reddit says Pao resigned, quote, by mutual agreement and would be replaced by founder and original CEO Steve Huffman. Second quarter sales figures didn't go so well for Samsung Electronics. Samsung predicted operating profit of around 6.9 trillion won or $6.1 billion for April to June, down more than 4% from a year earlier. Samsung's profits dropped since late 2013 due to fierce competition in the smartphone market it dominated for years. It faces challenges from US arch-rival Apple in the high-end smartphone market and rising Chinese firms like Xiaomi in the mid and low end. That, despite flagship smartphones Galaxy S6 and S6 Edge getting rave reviews. Is this the beginning of the end for the personal computer? Market analyst group Gartner says worldwide PC shipments dropped 9.5% at 68.4 million units in the second quarter of 2015. The International Data Corporation reports an 11.8% decline year-on-year. Gartner says PC shipments are projected to fall by as much as 4.4% more in 2015. Lenovo maintained the top position in worldwide PC shipments in the second quarter of 2015, but the company suffered a year-on-year shipment decline for the first time since the second quarter of 2013. IDC said only Apple saw growth at 16.1% year-on-year. Wired magazine says the data points to the same consistent truth. Mobile devices have become a dominant computing platform. The new addition to the GoPro lineup is a nifty 70-gram camera that's a lot smaller than its bigger brothers. The new Hero 4 Session is waterproof up to 33 feet. No need for a bulky waterproof case. It has a one-button control, a quick press to record video, while a long press enables photo capture. The simple interface leaves a lot of room for the battery, which can last up to 2 hours on a full charge. The Hero 4 Session will be available beginning July 12 for $400. And what's the GoPro's best buddy? Drones. In this video, the Swiss postal system collaborates with drone delivery company Matternet to use drones as couriers. They're still testing the service out, so the Swiss shouldn't expect drones with parcels flying across the Alps just yet. In San Francisco, the mystery behind the Whopper Dropper from last year has been solved. It was a drone carrying a bunch of burgers for America's homeless. Was it a Burger King campaign? The fast food chain says there's nothing to do with it. The man behind the campaign says he chose Burger King's Whopper because it rhymed well with dropper. GrabCar becomes the first company to operate under new rules governing ride-sharing apps in the Philippines. A land transport spokesperson says this gives GrabCar a head start from rival Uber, which is still submitting documents to comply with the Philippines' new regulations. Gaining popularity in the Manila area, the government unveiled new guidelines for ride-sharing services after complaints from taxi operators. GrabCar vehicles can only be summoned via smartphones and the internet, and cannot pick up customers who hail them on the street like taxicabs. In other outer space news, astronomers discover a 5-star solar system. Popular Science reports, scientists from the Cornell University located the 5-star system 250 light-years away from Earth in the Ursa Major constellation. The star system is made up of 2 binary stars and a lone companion. The stars all orbit on the same plane, indicating they likely formed from the same photostellar disk, dust and gas. devil is in the details, and it's a design principle Apple says is at the core of its products. That's why it's a puzzle why a minor design flaw persists to this day. Apple's keyboards don't change whether you're in all caps or small letters. TechCrunch reports iOS 9 fixes that oversight. With that rollout, you can see the letters change from uppercase to lowercase finally. Facebook is making changes to its newsfeed again, so we made that our social media post for the week.
On Thursday, Facebook announced users can now choose who and what they want to see at the top of their news feeds with the See First option. This is a significant change. A study reported by the Washington Post says 30% of American adults get their news from Facebook. But most Facebook users are clueless about how to make the newsfeed work for them. To turn on See First from a profile or page, make sure you're subscribed to them first by clicking follow near their cover photo. Hover over following or like near the cover photo and select See First. The feature was made available on iOS starting Thursday and will be rolling out on Android and desktop over the coming weeks. Stacey Desus, Rappler, Manila.
And before we go, you last saw District 13 on the brink of war. Here's a sneak peek into the final installment of the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. That's SciTech4u, a fun rundown of the nerdiest, smartest science and technology events and breakthroughs on the planet. This is Matthew Ang. See you next week.